So it's Derby Day, and I'm going to start by looking at how the main event itself might pan out. I think a strongly run race certainly looks on the card. The Ballydoyle horses, they've got a sceptre in there. You'd imagine that they want to set up a strong pace, and that's going to play into the hands of their main hopes, Dragonette and Broom. This, I think, brings complications for the top-rated Telecaster and Oisin Murphy. If he goes forward from that stall 2, we know the inside stalls on the Derby course and distance are very tricky to overcome, and he's just going to have to make a very difficult decision early whether he goes forward and gets drawn into that pace battle, or whether he's a bit more patient and just still might end up not in an ideal position. And I'd reluctantly pass him over on those grounds. For all, he's a very promising horse. We look at how Ryan Moore's going to ride Dragonette, and if you look back in recent derbies, he's ridden US Army Ranger and Cliffs of Moher from high draws, held up right out the back and brought for a strong late run. I'd imagine we'll be seeing him do the same, and Donacher O'Brien will be hoping to do the same with Broom. I do like Dragonette, but you look at his price, he's around 11-4. I think it's very hard to suggest that he's overpriced, and for that reason, I will go against him. And the one that interests me most at double figures is Mad Moom. He's really impressive last year when beating Broom on Irish Champions Weekend. And I just don't think we've seen the best of him this spring. 7 furlongs on soft ground didn't really suit him on his reappearance. He was giving weight away that day as well. And then we saw him in the 2000 Guineas at Newmarket. He was outpaced mid-race and then was doing his best work at the finish. I think a step up in trip will see him improve. I'd be hopeful he'll stay 1.5 miles. It's not guaranteed on pedigree, but the way he does race does give him every chance, and I'm just hoping that he'll see it out well enough to hold off the fast finishing Dragonette. I've got one more bet on the card, and that's in the Diomed at 3.10. Now Zaki, he showed improved form last time, but that race panned out really well for him. He was held up a strong pace on the Ascot Straight Mile, and there's not a lot of pace here, and I just can't see this race panning out so well for him. And I much prefer the claims of Bye Bye Hong Kong at around 11-4. He's progressive, he doesn't have a lot to find, and he made all in a listed race at Windsor last time. I wouldn't be surprised if he can pull off the same tactics here under Silvestre de Sousa.